Okay students, today we will see potential energy of a system of charges. So in previous session we have seen what do you mean by potential. So potential is nothing but work done to bring a unit positive charge from infinity to a given point against the electric field. So opposite to the electric field. Now suppose there is nothing on this board, there is no electric field, nothing, or few charges are there somewhere at around infinity. To bring those charges, you may consider 2, 3, 4, any number. To bring all those charges and place it on the board, you are required to do work on it. So the work done on those charges is stored as potential energy of that system. So you can say that potential energy of system of charges is work done to bring those charges from infinity to their given position. From infinity to their given position. So it is work done to bring the charges from infinity to their given position. So here we have two concepts, potential energy of 2-point charges and potential energy of 3-point charges. Now initially there is no electric field on the board, or here there is no electric field, means there is no opposition over here. So you are bringing a charge plus Q1 from infinity to a given point A. So I will take this point as A. You are bringing a charge plus Q1 from infinity to this given point. As there is no electric field, there will be no opposition to this charge. So there is no opposition means you are not required to do any work. So easily it will come, means you may think it in this way. So you are riding a cycle, you are going down a slope. So when you are going down a slope, you need not pedal, but you will be moving forward. So easily you will be moving. Similarly here, there is no opposition. So easily you can bring this charge from infinity to this point A. So as there is no opposition, work done on this charge will be 0. So work done to bring plus Q1 from infinity to point A. Infinity to point A. I will take it as W1. W1 is equal to 0 as there is no opposition. Now I will take another point charge Q2 is brought to this point B at a distance R from infinity. So I am bringing plus Q2 from infinity to this point B. So I am bringing from infinity to this point B. So now while bringing plus Q2, now already there is a charge plus Q1 on the board. Initially while bringing Q1, there was no charges or no electric field. Now while bringing this Q2, there is one charge on this board, that is plus Q1. This will be opposing this because both are positive, it will repel. Means you are required to apply force. Indirectly you are required to do work. So now you are required to do work to bring this charge from infinity to B, which is at a distance R. So what amount of work is done? So I will take work done to bring charge plus Q2 from infinity to point B. From infinity to point B. So now work done is given by definition of potential. So we have seen that potential is nothing but work done per unit charge. So work done, you can say work done is equal to potential into charge. Work done is equal to potential into charge. So work done to bring plus Q2 from infinity to point B. I will take it as W2. So here there is a potential due to this charge plus Q1 which we had initially brought. And which charge we are bringing? Q2. So work done W2 will be potential at point B, potential at point B due to charge plus Q1 at point B due to charge plus Q1 into which charge we are bringing? Charge Q2. So into charge Q2. Charge Q2. So potential at point B due to charge plus Q1 into charge Q2. So now potential at point B by formula of V, that is we have seen in last session. So potential at B due to Q1 is given by 1 by 4 pi epsilon naught Q1 divided by distance is R into charge. Which charge we are moving? Q2. So you will have 1 by 4 pi epsilon naught Q1 into Q2 divided by R. This is W2. Work done to bring Q2 from infinity to point B. Now in definition I told potential energy is nothing but total work done to bring all the charges from infinity to their given position. So potential energy will be equal to sum of all these work done. So potential energy of a system, Q is equal to W1 plus W2. Now substitute the values. W1 is 0, W2 is this one. You substitute the values, you will have the answer. I will be writing over here. So U is equal to 0 plus 1 by 4 pi epsilon naught Q1 into Q2 divided by R. Or finally, U is equal to 1 by 4 pi epsilon naught Q1 into Q2 divided by R. So this is expression for potential energy of a system of 2-point charges. So potential energy of system of 2-point charges. Clear, students? So you can pause, again note down these steps. Then we will go for second one, that is due to 3-point charges. Potential energy due to 3-point charges. Again steps are same. Only thing is you will be having another charge, that is Q3. So now when 2 charges were there, we had a straight line. Now when 3 charges, we will take it in the form of a triangle. So potential energy of system of 3-point charges. Now again same. First step easily you can recognize. As there is no electric field or there is no charge on the board, to bring a first charge, that is Q1 from infinity to point A is 0. So here I will take point A. So plus Q1. So as there is no electric field, so to bring this from infinity to point A, work done will be 0. So I will take work done to bring plus Q1 from infinity to point A. From infinity to point A. W1 is equal to 0. W1 is equal to 0. Now I will take at point B charge plus Q2 is brought. Plus Q2 is brought. This is brought from infinity. I am bringing it over here. Let this distance, I will take it as R1. Now as we had seen in last derivation, now while bringing this Q2 from infinity to point B, this charge will oppose. Means you are required to do work. So work done to bring Q2 from infinity to point B. So work done to bring plus Q2 from infinity to point B. From infinity to point B. I will take this as W2. Do you remember what I had written? Potential at point B due to A into charge which you are bringing. So is equal to potential at point B due to charge due to plus Q1 into which charge we are bringing? Plus Q2 into charge plus Q2. So this is equal to. So potential at point B due to A will be again 1 by 4 pi epsilon naught Q1 by R1. So this is equal to 1 by 4 pi epsilon naught Q1 divided by R1 into Q2. So you will have W2 is equal to 1 by 4 pi epsilon naught Q1 into Q2 divided by R1. This is W2. That is work done to bring plus Q2 to point B. Now similarly, we will take third charge. That is, I am bringing plus Q3 from infinity to point C. Even you may take minus also, but potential is a scalar quantity. So if you take charge negative, here you should take negative. That care has to be taken. So now I will take another point C. This point I will take it as a C. Here plus Q3 is brought. Let this point be at a distance R2 from B and at a distance R3 from A. Let this be at a distance R2 from B and R3 from C. So when I am bringing this Q3 from infinity to this point, this charge Q3 is opposed by Q2 and even opposed by Q1. Both charges will be opposing this. Means you are required to do work to overcome this opposition and even this opposition. Means as you are written here, so work done will be to overcome opposition of Q1 and even to overcome opposition of Q2. So third, work done to bring plus Q3 from infinity to C, from infinity to point C. So I will take it as W3. W3 will be equal to. So there is potential at C due to B or Q2, and even there is potential at C due to Q1. So W3 is equal to potential at point C due to Q2 plus Q2 into which charge I am bringing? Q3. So I will write it as into Q3. Just I will be writing Q3. Plus there is opposition even due to Q1. So I am required to do work also over here. So plus potential at point C due to charge plus Q1 into which charge I am moving? Q3. into Q3. Now substitute both values. So equal to, I will be writing over here equal to. So potential at C due to plus Q2. So again use a potential formula 1 by 4 pi epsilon naught Q2 by R2. So you will have 1 by 4 pi epsilon naught Q2 by R2. Which charge we are moving? Q3. Plus similarly potential at C due to A. Potential at C due to A will be 1 by 4 pi epsilon naught Q1 by R3. And again which charge we are moving? Q3. So if I substitute 1 by 4 pi epsilon naught Q1 by R3 into Q3. So now again potential energy of system of charges. So total potential energy of system will be potential energy of a system U is equal to W1 plus W2 plus W3. W1 plus W2 plus W3. Now substitute all the three values. W1 is 0, W2 is over here, W3 is over here. So if I substitute 0 plus 1 by 4 pi epsilon naught Q1 into Q2 divided by R1, that is W2. W3 if I substitute plus 1 by 4 pi epsilon naught Q2 into Q3 divided by R2 plus, you substitute third one. So that is, I will be writing over here plus 1 by 4 pi epsilon naught Q1 into Q3 divided by R3. Then students, last step you can note down, you don't write 0, other three terms you write it. So total potential energy of a system of 3 point charges will be 1 by 4 pi epsilon naught Q1 into Q2 by R1, 1 by 4 pi epsilon naught Q2 into Q3 by R2, 1 by 4 pi epsilon naught Q1 into Q3 by R3. So this is the expression. Suppose if either any charge is negative, then potential due to that will be negative. So suppose for example Q2 is negative. If Q2 is minus, so here this you will be having minus, this you will be having minus. So this is potential energy for system of 3 point charges. So you can pause and note down the students. Then we will go for next one. Third one, potential energy of a dipole placed in a uniform electric field. Placed in a uniform electric field. Uniform electric field. So of dipole placed in a uniform electric field. So again, I will take electric field. Uniform electric field is acting from left to right. So there is a uniform electric field in rightward direction. So uniform means wherever you take its value, it remains same or doesn't change much. Now there is a dipole placed in this uniform electric field. So dipole consists of 2 point charges equal and opposite. So here I will take it as plus q, here charge is minus q. So distance between these two will be 2a, and axis of dipole is always from negative to positive. Negative to positive. So there will be force acting on this plus q in the direction of E, that is QE. There will be force on negative charge equal and opposite QE. So during previous sessions or in previous chapter on dipole, we have seen that when dipole is placed in a uniform electric field, it will experience a torque. It will experience a torque. So torque experienced by dipole placed in a uniform field is given by tau is equal to Pe into sin theta. Pe into sin theta, where P is dipole moment, E is electric field, theta is angle made by dipole with the direction of electric field. Theta is the angle made by dipole with the electric field. Now, so this force is pulling this charge in this direction, QE in the left direction. So if you just imagine equal and opposite, if you pull, it will form a couple and there will be torque or rotation. So it will rotate. Now if you want to turn this dipole in the opposite direction, then you are required to do work. So you are required to do work. So now easily it will be moving in this direction. To move it in the opposite direction, you are required to do work. So work done to move this dipole through a small angle d theta. So work done to rotate dipole by a small angle d theta. By small angle d theta. So I will write it as dw is given by torque into d theta, which is against the electric field. Means we are rotating, against the direction or in opposite direction of this torque. So torque is Pe sin theta. So Pe sin theta into d theta. Now, total work done to rotate this torque from angle theta 1 to theta 2. Initial angle I will take it as theta 1, final angle I will take it as theta 2. So that total work done will be stored as potential energy of that dipole. So total work done to rotate dipole from theta 1 to theta 2. Initial angle is theta 1, final angle is theta 2. So I will take it as W is equal to. So total work done will be summation of this. Here we integrate this expression. So it is integration of theta 1 to theta 2 Pe sin theta into d theta. Pe sin theta into d theta. So now we are integrating this expression with respect to theta. So Pe is a constant. So Pe I will remove outside. So you will have integration theta 1 to theta 2 sin theta into d theta. Sin theta into d theta. So now integration of sin theta is minus cos theta. So Pe minus cos theta, limit from theta 1 to theta 2. So first substitute upper limit minus lower limit. So you will have Pe first upper limit minus cos theta 2 minus lower limit. As it is minus, it will become plus cos theta 1. So finally work done is stored as potential energy. So W is equal to PE into bracket cos theta 1 minus cos theta 2. Cos theta 1 minus cos theta 2. So this is work done to rotate a dipole from angle theta 1 to theta 2. So now this work done is stored as potential energy. So potential energy will be equal to, so I will be writing over here. So potential energy of dipole is equal to total work done. Total work done. So potential energy will be equal to PE into bracket cos theta 1 minus cos theta 2. So this is expression for potential energy of dipole. Potential energy of dipole or work done to rotate dipole from angle theta 1 to theta 2. Now see students, at this position means now dipole is at an angle theta, then what will be its potential energy over here? So when it is at a certain angle theta, so when it is at a certain angle theta, we will be just integrating this with no limits, means integration of sin theta will be minus cos theta. So potential energy of dipole at a certain position, potential energy of dipole at a certain position will be equal to minus PE into cos theta. So potential energy of dipole at a certain angle theta. So potential energy at angle theta. At angle theta. Initially, well, at a certain angle when he has given, we will be using this expression PE cos theta minus PE cos theta. So integration of sin is minus cos. We are not substituting the limits. Clear students? Okay. So further we will continue in next session.